Motorcycle deaths hit a record high last year, and now CDOT is urging drivers to put safety first. Last September was especially deadly.
33 motorcyclists were killed in 1 month on our roadways. 9 News reporter Courtney Yoon joins us live along I-25 in Denver. And Courtney, motorcycle deaths have been on the rise for the last decade.
Yes, that's right, Corey and Jordan. Since 2015, motorcycle deaths have risen 57%. It's why Colorado State Patrol and CDOT are urging drivers to be especially aware as riders gear up for their fall rides. Last year, 165 motorcyclists were killed on Colorado roadways, the state's highest number ever recorded. CDOT says motorcycle deaths accounted for nearly 1/4 of all traffic deaths in the state, despite being just 3% of vehicles on the road. There were also 774 serious bodily injury crashes that involved motorcycles last year. CSP and CDOT say helmets are crucial in reducing injuries and deaths. Last year, 44% of the motorcyclists killed in crashes were not wearing a helmet. While motorcycle deaths are down 15% so far this year compared to the same time last year, motorcycle deaths still remain high. It's why CDOT says that they're going to continue pushing out safety campaigns to help build a culture of shared responsibility on our roadways. They also want to remind drivers of vehicles to give extra space to motorcycles on the roadways. Live in Denver, Courtney Yoon, 9 News.
Good reminders there. All right, Courtney, thank you. Aurora Police is going to start tracking speeding with a new enforcement program. They had a similar one a couple of years ago. That one cost the city $500,000 and generated about a quarter of that. The city blamed the failure on hiring challenges. They had to pay someone to sit in a van, and it could only operate for part of the day. This new program will operate 24/7 and is not going to require someone to be in the van, though they say the police department hired someone who will review everything before tickets get sent out to drivers. The city council approved the program in a 7-3 vote last night, with some dissenting council members worried about privacy. Right now, these speed enforcement vans will only be allowed on residential streets where the speed limit is 35 miles per hour or less. They're also allowed in school and construction zones.
The town of Erie is no longer flying Pride and Juneteenth flags after a recent town council vote. The vote came down 4-3 in favor of removing the Pride and Juneteenth flags. Those opposed said it paints the town in a bad light, but those who pushed this vote through said flying these flags shows favoritism to certain groups.
Never again allowing the pride flag to fly on municipal flagpoles rolls back precedents and shifts the town of Erie in a dangerous direction, echoing a concerning discriminatory narrative playing out in real time in this country right now.
If you look at one group at a higher level than another group, you're actually creating inequity.
Now the town of Erie will only fly the U.S., Colorado, town of Erie, and the prisoner of war missing action flags.
New this morning, a House committee released an image of a suggestive birthday message that President Trump allegedly sent to sex offender Jeffrey Epstein back in 2003. It's a drawing of a woman's torso around an imagined conversation that reads in part, quote, "We have certain things in common, Jeffrey." The White House arguing it's a fake and not his signature. Trump has filed a $10 billion defamation suit. The House Oversight Committee released it Monday as part of a trove of subpoenaed Epstein documents.
Meanwhile, the president's focus this morning is on his immigration crackdown, with the Department of Homeland Security confirming it's launched a new ICE operation in Chicago, branded Operation Midway Blitz. City and state leaders are calling it all unnecessary, though a new Supreme Court ruling may limit their ability to push back. The High Court's conservative majority lifted restrictions on ICE operations in Los Angeles, putting a hold on a lower court ruling that blocked patrols and raids based on broad criteria like speaking Spanish. The White House rejects allegations of racial profiling, insisting ICE detentions are based on a multitude of factors.
South Korea's foreign minister is in Washington today. The visit comes as about 300 South Korean nationals remain detained in Georgia after immigration agents raided a Hyundai plant last week. Korean Air says that it could begin flying them home as soon as tomorrow. The raid has sparked outrage in South Korea, where companies have invested billions in the U.S., much of it encouraged by President Donald Trump.
Israel's army has issued a large-scale evacuation order for Gaza City. This comes after Israel warned it would step up its military attacks in the Strip in a mighty hurricane if Hamas does not free the last hostages it holds. Taking over the city of 1 million Palestinians complicates ceasefire efforts to end the nearly 2-year war. The evacuation orders caused panic and confusion among the residents of Gaza City. Some said they would have no choice but to leave for the south, while the vast majority of others said they would stay as they have no other place to go.